James got a short game tip from Max Homa at the US Open. I got a short game tip from my Uber driver on the way to the airport this morning. Grip.
3.5 glorious hours of pine needles. And that course was so distinct for me. It was like so many unique shots. It felt like much quirkier, and it had all of the characteristic stuff that you would look for from a Ross course too. It had those, you know, crazy undulations around the greens and the wiregrass and the bunkering.
Yeah, you can lose track of all the conifer names out here. Everything's got a pine in it, and you're like, wait, pine what? Pine what? But pine needles stands out, right? And it's just so character rich, but it was so soft. We didn't even get it in its full glory, but even running as soft and slow as it was after all that rain, you could see all the nuances and how fiery it could get, how quickly that could happen.
Why are we playing ping pong right now?
Because it is pouring outside. The phone lines are down, so there's a little bit of uncertainty about how much time it's going to take us to be able to play golf today at Pine Needles, host of the 77th U.S. Women's Open, and also amazing course of the Sandhills just across the street from the famous Pinehurst Resort. Until then, the game room is kind of our hang, I think. Not too bad.
10 minutes ago, this green was flooded. It was dumping, cats and dogs. And now you don't see any standing water, so that's the beauty of playing on sand. Skies are cleared, and Hurricane Josh is about to descend on you.
Usually rains in the morning. If it does rain, if you wait about a half hour or an hour in the morning, you can still play. The course drains, they have it draining perfect. So a little bit of delay and you can get back on the course. Original time 7 a.m. This is a 10-minute notification to come to number 1 tee box. Thank you.
On Peloton, they call this the world's greatest stretch. This one right there.
And then as soon as we walked out here, I saw the cans of this fairway, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember it now.
We're not going to be getting the firm and fast Ross design.
Yeah, no, it was like dark brown here for the Women's Open. It was firm and fast. Yeah. It's going to be playing a little bit greener.
Greener and softer.
Yeah, but that's okay. Oh yeah, playing into the slappy fade.
Yep, playing into the slap shot. That's good. 210 perfect. Yards. Warning track power.
We're off and running.
Good bird.
Woo! I've hit a few really good shots on some great golf courses, but I always miss the putt right after it. So that was nice. That was a good relief for me to feel that.
Oh man. Wait, I'm giving you strokes? How does this work? I played here maybe 7 years ago at a friend's wedding party. A guy who, good friend, he's actually one of our course ranking panelists now. He played #1 at West Point, and then went on, served some tour duty in Afghanistan, came back here with his game as pure as ever. So it was like him and all his army buddies who he played golf with. So I was definitely bringing up the rear. Today, because it's so different, we played this one at the end of summer when it was just bone dry, and it was, it was just bouncing. Everything was so different. Right now it's much softer. So in that sense, not a lot. I don't think it's really fair to judge a course the first time you play it. So in this sense, I'm looking forward to just kind of paying attention to other details that I wasn't watching for the first time around. You're just trying to hold on the first time. Like similarly, when people rate courses, that's why they want them to play them a number of times.
That was better. It's still not good enough.
Maybe you'll putt next time.
The actual lesson here, I learned this from Max Homa. You should play like 4 clubs. It should be a lob wedge, a sand wedge, a 4-iron, and a putter from around the green. So that's all you need in the Sandhills. The 4-iron is functioning as a like hybrid shot that you see guys play where they hit it like a putter. You just play a putting stroke with it. It's just like a low skipper. The problem is just it's so wet right now, it's kind of hard to judge the pace. So we'll get back to it though. I trust in Max Homa's judgment. He hasn't steered me wrong thus far. And it's pretty well documented that I'm a terrible sand player and short game player, so would be better off.
Come on, baby. I mean, the main defense is the greens for sure. Although, you know, this course, when it's playing fast, with like we saw in Pinehurst, you can't just like bludgeon it in submission. Not that either of us has the game to do that anyway, but you have to play it to angles off the tee. But the greens ultimately are the main defense for sure. Oh, Josh, not even close. Good par. James, just playing beautifully golf. Beautifully golf. Is that a phrase? Jesus,
Turnover.
I have no idea which way the ball is going today. The thing is, like, you can call this a resort course, but if you're coming here thinking this is like traditional resort golf, that's not what it is. This is like golden age, you know, classic design. This is like resort golf for design nerds.
Okay, James Colgan. James, nice to meet you.
Josh, nice to meet Josh Sands.
It's a very fair test. It is a Ross, but I mean some of the features where you have an approach shot that you think, wow, this is super challenging. This feels like a U.S. Open, but when you come out and you play well, you feel like, well, I didn't get beat up like U.S. Open. So it's kind of a nice mix of challenge and playability.
A lot of golfers that travel, they travel and play different places and go to different places every year, but we get a lot of groups that will come here and they decide, let's just keep coming back here. What is nice about here, everything is super convenient, from getting from point A to point B, from where you're staying to where you're playing. I mean, even if you're not staying on property, you're staying on property, everything is right here. If you need to go out and get something, it's 10 minutes away, so it's super convenient.
God, I'm still not hitting it enough, Connor. It is way slower than it looks and uphill. Everything's so subtle on the greens here. My putting stroke is not. I'm gonna go get some, we're gonna get re-gripped. I hear there's a magical grip out there they've got that cures the yips. Is that true, Connor?
We'll find out.
Magical mythical animal. See, I've gone to the claw, Connor. Desperate times. This could come ricocheting right back at us. Come on, baby. Golf could be good. Not bad. Could have been way worse than that. I've been trying to figure out, we're 8 holes into the round, I've been trying to figure out why they call this place Pine Needles. What do you think? I haven't seen any evidence. Weird name. Oh, there was never a doubt about that one. That's a pretty heroic par, I will say.
So here's the 4-iron shot I was telling you about that Max Homa taught me.
Max, look at him name dropping his instructor. Max Homa taught him how to hit this shot.
Yeah.
Really? Did he hit it lefty as well?
I think he missed the cut at the U.S. Open, so that should tell you everything you need to know.
Max Homa taught him well. That's pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad.
Well, you had Homa giving you lessons. Bernard Longer taught me this putting grip. This course looks significantly tighter off the tee than the last time.
Yeah, it looks very, very narrow off the tee.
They brought in the waists for the Open and they left it that way. So this is not like we were saying earlier, it's not standard resort golf. It isn't. I mean, there's a lot going on all the shots. Swing out. James is just,
oh my God.
James is playing just a tee to green game that's just majestic. That's how it's played. More like it. I mean, if anything, I would say maybe
this
that way,
way?
but because it looks a little bit, I think it's way
Yeah.
too early to tell much. Yeah. Where's the setting sun? It will grow towards that. We were talking about how the greens are the ultimate defense out here, but obviously placement off the tee is crucial, right? You can play it back to front. I put it over here on the left side, much trickier shot. James is looking straight in. Hurt by his own cell phone. Actually, I should have things going off in my backswing more often. It's the first good shot. Okay.
Good 4.
So many of the courses around here have been renovated. And Pinehurst number 2 was restored a while ago. Pinehurst number 4, number 10's new, and out here on Pine Needles, France came in and did a restoration of the Donald Ross. They restored Southern Pines, they restored Mid Pines. This is a cliche phrase, but it's getting them back to the architect's original intent. I mean, it's not always exact, but it's getting the course to play here, as you see with like these the sandy wastes that are brought into play, the native grasses. You know, it used to be sort of more green to green, wall-to-wall turf out in the fairways. So bringing back the sandy wastes and some of the green contours that invariably get lost over time, which are so key to Ross courses and so key to so many Golden Age courses. It's looking at photos, studying original drawings. It's, you know, it's a restoration is almost like, you know, you could think of it as like as you would restore anything else. As you restore a piece of jewelry or revive something, you bring it back to something close to its original form. Got close.
How'd that feel?
Woo! This course is firming up a bit, and old Jimmy Ball Striker has returned, chasing down the furious old man, Josh Sens. Right.
You really clawed that one?
I clawed it.
That's crazy.
I've gone to desperate lengths. I am trying everything known to man to get rid of the yips. Oh, what?
I'm scraping and clawing.
That was awesome. What have we here? A pesky lie. Oh, get out of there, please. Oh, from the frying pan into the fire.
Nice
Short
shot.
game is working a little better than everything else. It's a 9-iron. James got a short game tip from Max Homa at the US Open. I got a short game tip from my Uber driver on the way to the airport this morning.
I'm into golf, and this is just heaven on earth right here. Well, these 3 courses are probably as challenging and, you know, difficult. If you're looking for difficult courses, these are pretty challenging, but they're also a lot of fun to play. So these 3 here. Now, I used to work over Pinehurst, and those are wonderful courses over there too. So, yeah, you know, they're all good here. Everything's good. You can't go wrong.
It's just a friendly area. I'm from California, which is supposed to be a friendly area. People aren't nearly as friendly as they are around here. Everybody's suspicious out there. I mean, rightly so. People are people. You should be suspicious, but out here they're friendly. I guess I do know how. Stop.
Oh my God.
Wow. The assistant pro told us this is his favorite hole. Demanding tee shot, dogleg left.
This is the hole that seemed to decide the championship. The players who managed this hole poorly wound up seeing their scores and great rounds balloon right here. And all week long, the players who either played this smartly, stayed the hell away from that bunker, or were willing to take it on and knew they had the precision to actually pull it off, wound up scoring pretty well, and then were in the mix come Sunday.
Oh, threw out my back on that one. Connor, I have a built-in excuse for the next round. Oh my goodness. Vern Lundquist. Goodness me!
I was aiming for the exact tree that fell on the line with. I'll only do that a couple times a year, I think. Hit it into a 2-yard window that I was aiming for.
This is what can happen here, right?
Played it too far right. I mean, it's deceptive too. I mean, from how much this tee narrows off, you have to, if you're going to cut the corner, you have to be really hugging it. Otherwise, you're just bringing all of this into play.
opposite way.
I don't know how that one didn't drop, James. You got robbed. That's just the rub of the green. They go to 18, all square. Oh, maybe get over all the way to the next fairway. Nice finish. Hands high though, notice that? Normally when the hands are that high, you'd like the club to still be in it, but it's still textbook finish.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, that's just poor.
Quite as high as it should have been.
Harder. Good match. A pillow fight ends in a half. As it should be.
Good match. We had a couple good ones.
A couple good pars. Sending the scorecards to MIT to have them tabulated. We should have the results back in a few weeks.
Oh baby. I say Andy. Nice to James.
James, nice to meet you. The cool thing about what we offer here versus at most of your retail locations is going to be the reverse taper grip, the pro grips are actually on putters for you to feel, real feel what that grip's going to be like should you make that switch to the grips versus just holding it loosely in your hand and guessing at what that feels going to be like. So,
Any tips?
it goes just a hair right.
All right, sold. I'll take this putter. I'll see you guys later. How long does it take for a putter to be ready to be used after it's been reviewed?
We use tape and solvent, so pretty traditional install methods. We recommend about 3 hours of dry time. It's really important with a putter grip so it doesn't twist on you. You definitely don't want it to be not square when you leave. So it's important to hold it by the shaft, let it dry, give it the time, and then it'll be good to go.
Yeah, I mean, they were all comfortable. I think some of it is just sort of what I'm, used to having this. Also, I should tell you, I installed that grip on that putter, and I can tell you I had no lasers when I was doing that.
Yeah, I can tell. No, it's actually not that bad.
This is an exciting moment for me.
Perfect right out of the gate. All right, check this out.
Love to hear it. So the golf gods rewarding me for finally getting a decent grip on this thing.
Will not touch this grip. This thing's gonna be magic tomorrow. I can already tell. We kind of cashed in on our timing here, right? Monday nights, Tallamore, we crashed out at a villa, and it turns out Monday nights it's free barbecue night. You ate your body weight in pulled pork, I believe.
I'm going to shortly enter a food coma at the present moment after some considerable pulled pork and hush puppy additions to the system. But man, great spot for a meal. It was free, which feels like something we maybe shouldn't be advertising, but it was. It was part of the deal, and it was pretty great.
They had a legit pitmaster running the show here.
Yeah,
whipped up some great pulled pork, good fried chicken. I mean, it was what you come to the Carolinas for. If you're not from the Carolinas, you don't come here for the sushi, right? You come here for the.
Well, you could come here for the sushi too, but maybe
you could. But I would question your sanity if you're not eating barbecue.
Pinehurst number 10 tomorrow. Brand new golf course, which means there are brand new greens. They're going to be super firm. They're going to be super fast. What are you excited about? What have you heard? What are what are you thinking about?
I've just heard that it's wild. I haven't seen number 10 yet, but people tell me it's on the wildest land in the Pinehurst constellation. And you combine that with Tom Doak, there's going to be some adventures.
Yeah, I think we're right to expect it's going to be a really fun journey for us tomorrow.